When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Muhammad is a beautifully illustrated graphic novel about Omar and his brother's experiences growing up in a refugee camp. Faced with the opportunity to go to school, Omar must make choices that will change his family's lives forever. Heartfelt and tender, this one will appeal to those who love realistic graphic novels. Redwood and Ponytail by K.A. Holt is a novel in verse told from two perspectives. Redwood, Tam, is tall and athletic. Ponytail, Kate, is a cheerleader with a stellar reputation. They are total opposites. But when they start getting to know each other better, sparks fly. Their deepening friendship has them wondering if it could be more. This is a moving romance that's unforgettable. If you like scary and suspenseful stories, then Ghost Hunter's Daughter by Dan Poblocki might be for you. Claire is the daughter of a famous television ghost hunter. She doesn't believe in ghosts. Lucas, her classmate, has just discovered that he has his grandmother's psychic abilities, but he doesn't want to talk to ghosts. When Claire's father goes missing, they both need to put aside their fears and work together to discover the truth.
11-year-old aspiring comic Yumi Chung struggles between her dreams and her Korean parents' wishes. Shy Yumi is frustrated when her mother enrolls her in a test prep tutoring to qualify for an academic scholarship at prestigious Winston Academy. But when Yumi accidentally assumes an absent camper's identity at YouTuber Jasmine Jasper's comedy camp, her summer suddenly seems promising.
Night Books by J.A. White. Having found himself the captive of a witch in her twisted apartment with no exits, Alex's original scary stories are the only thing keeping the witch happy, but he'll soon run out of pages to read and be trapped forever. Now that Alex is stuck in a truly terrifying tale, he's desperate for a happy ending and a way home. Dark and just terrifying enough, Night Books is great for kids who love horror and tales of suffocating suspense.
Primer by Jennifer Morrow and Thomas Krajewski, illustrated by Gretel Lusky. While living with her latest set of foster parents, Ashley Rayburn mistakenly applies some found body paints, which gives her a wide variety of special powers. But soon the military discovers what happened to their secret weapon, and this puts Ashley and her newfound family and friends in danger. This graphic novel is a quick read that holds your attention the entire time. Dragon Hoops by Jean Lun Yang. Jean Lun Yang was never interested in playing basketball growing up, much preferring to read and draw comics. This continued into adulthood until the school he teaches at has a phenomenal basketball team that's all that anyone is talking about. This graphic memoir is the perfect read whether you like sports or not. Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. Amari believes her brother is alive. Quentin has been missing for 6 months, and life has only gotten harder for 13-year-old Amari. But when a mysterious package arrives with an all-too-real evidence that her brother Quentin is out there, Amari begins to get wrapped up in a summer internship at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs and hope to find her brother. This is perfect for fans of Harry Potter and Percy Jackson who are ready to begin a new journey and a new series.
Together, Apart, a collection of love stories by today's popular young adult authors. These 9 romantic stories include moving during a pandemic, not cool, but hello, pizza delivery guy. Another includes how daily dog walks bring 2 boys closer to LOVE. Another includes balcony herb gardens. How can those help spark a connection? Check out the other stories. They're all romantic, realistic, and fun, finding love in the most unexpected places, because love always finds a way. Do you know what it feels like to be forgotten? The Forgotten Girl by India Hill Brown. On a cold winter night, Iris and her best friend Daniel discovered an abandoned gravestone. As days pass, strange things start to happen to Iris. Nightmares, open windows, and more. What is going on? Iris becomes obsessed to find out what happened to the abandoned grave and why it was forgotten. But she's not the only one obsessed. She has awakened a jealous and demanding ghost who is obsessed with searching for her best friend forever, no matter what the cost.
Black Heroes of the Wild West by James Otis Smith. The racial and cultural diversity of the Old West gets the comic book treatment in Smith's exploration of the lives and adventures of 3 Black historical figures. The presence and contributions of Black people in the steady progression of the Western frontier have long been overlooked. These slightly romanticized stories are balanced by rich context, providing timelines, photographs, and historical information that situate each one in the context of non-white settlers. This nonfiction narrative is great for fans of history and expertly illustrated graphic novels.
This is the story of super overachieving high schooler Prue who decides to use her summer vacation to intern at an animal rescue center to bump up her economics grade after a disastrous group project with her lab partner Quint. Well, it turns out Quint's mother runs the rescue center, so she ends up spending a ton of time with him, her mortal enemy. That can only mean one thing when it comes to Teen Lit. While all this is happening, Prue had fallen down and hit her head, and the next day she was able to cause karmic justice to those around her. From the obnoxious jerks at karaoke to the snobby girl who spurns her brother, the only person it doesn't work on is Quint. As the summer progresses, she learns a lot about the animals that she's helping, and she grows closer to Quint. But is all of this too good to last? Will karma finally come for Prue herself? This was a fun read with some late romance. This is the story of Alberta and Edie and the one thing they have in common, which is being the only Black girls in their little beach town. Now, there are other Black people in town, but nobody else their age. Alberta has lived the heat her whole life, but Edie has just moved in across the street from Brooklyn. She's expecting someone just like her, a bit of a girly girl who likes to surf, but Edie is unlike any Black person she's ever met. The two girls eventually bond over mysterious journals they find in Edie's attic. While the mystery of the journals unfolds, the girls deal with a mean girl who can't stop herself from pointing out their otherness and putting down Edie for not acting like a typical Black girl. This was a great story about friendship and being true to yourself, even if you go against the typical stereotype.
Maya and the Rising Dark by Rena Barron. 12-year-old Maya is struggling to understand why nobody else can see these strange happenings in her city. They seem to be creatures and incidents straight from her papa's stories. Geeky Maya and her equally nerdy friends soon discover the truth when Maya's father goes missing, as darkness begins to descend upon her city. Rooted in West African mythology, this series is rich in world building and unique characters. When You Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller. Lily's family moves in with her harmony after the woman falls ill. Lily has always loved spending time with her grandmother, especially listening to her Korean folk tales. When some of these stories begin to fold into Lily's reality, the young girl finds herself making a deal with a tiger in exchange for her grandmother's health. This is an intergenerational empowered novel focusing on the true power of storytelling. Winner of the 2021 Newbery Medal, this title is bound to be a classic for years to come. Hi Jasper June by Laurel Snyder. Leah is not looking forward to the summer. Since her brother's death, her family has felt lost and broken. While wandering one day, Leah meets Jasper, a girl that is her complete opposite. As Leah and Jasper's friendship begins to blossom, Leah discovers that her new friend might hold some secrets. A Place to Hang the Moon by Kate Albus. In World War II England, orphan siblings William, Edmund, and Anna are evacuated from London to live in the countryside, where they bounce from home to home in search of someone willing to adopt them permanently. This book reads like a classic British children's book, as the author was inspired by the setting of the Narnia series, minus the magical elements. Perfect for historical fiction fans and fans of found family stories.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.